Hello, I am interviewing June. She came to my seminar today and told me this wonderful success story. So how did you get that 30% increase?
Well, I looked at all the different roles I was playing, the
Yeah.
different hats I was wearing. And while I wasn't able to quantify everything, I was able to quantify some things, like something as simple as the way we processed our deposits. And we had to pay a data entry fee through the bank we had a lockbox and they were doing all the data entry and it was costing us like, I think it was $2,000 a month.
Wow.
And
You were able to eliminate or reduce
reduced it
that?
to 400.
That's a
But
huge
and
savings
and
right
it
there. Wait,
was
16, I'm not great with math, but 1,600 times 12 is what? And that's in a year. It's a
Yeah, it's a good chunk of change. And I'm an accountant, I need my calculator.
But right there, I mean, you can
probably,
negotiate, and you talk about that savings right there. That might be justify your increase.
and that was probably about what my increase was. That was
Yeah,
a
there you
30%
go.
increase. And it was just simple. And we run our remote deposits now, and it's so much easier because if there's a check that we don't want deposited, we don't have to deposit it. Like for example, if we receive a check and the payment wasn't the right amount, we can return it to the client.
Yeah.
We don't have to deposit it. Where before everything got deposited, and then you have to cut a check, and it also
Wow.
saved labor costs and having to process it. So from an
Yeah.
accounting standpoint, so I had a role as an assistant controller. I'm processing payroll. I had a role as HR, and part of it, it's human relationships and how do you quantify, how much you're saving, and possible, this could have been a legal case where there's discrimination. Well, it didn't happen, but it could have happened, and how much is it going to cost us? And
That too.
that's hard to quantify, but yet if you can help them understand why it's important to take the time, and those are the kind of things that I think I brought more structure to it, because small businesses, I think a lot of times they don't think about, they're shooting from the hip a lot of the times.
Yeah.
And they're trying to be, and that's one thing I really value about the company I work for. We try to treat everyone fairly, but it's not always what's in the best interest of the company.
Yeah.
You can treat someone fairly, and hurt yourself.
Yeah.
And you think it's right, but then it comes back to bite you because you didn't think about the legal ramifications of, this person's really an independent contractor, but you're treating them like an employee, and what's the risk
Yeah,
there?
that's a common error.
So anyway,
well, let's do this. Let's if I can, I just want to ask you, I have my viewers that are watching this. I'm going to forward this video to a lot of my clients who I know need a little bit of help. Sometimes when they hear from somebody who has had success, they will somehow listen to it more intently from you than from me. So if you had, I'm going to say 3 things, but if you could just give me one, I'd be thrilled.
Okay.
But 3 things, that you would say, you definitely need to do this, you definitely need to do that, and you definitely need to do this. And if I can be so bold as to say,
Sure.
wrap it up in 2 minutes.
If you look at the tasks that you accomplish, what roles do you play and where do you add value to the organization? And we can show that value. And it wasn't too hard to convince them and see where the results were coming. I think you got to look at results too.
Okay, so if we could look at that right there, I think we can answer what are 3 things? Yeah, how did you show your value? What are the 3 things that you did?
Providing some structure where there wasn't.
Yeah.
Providing a place where the employees can come and the owners can come and find answers. Maybe I don't have the answer, but knowing where to look for the answer and being able to provide sources as to why that answer makes sense and how we would apply it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's adding value. Always there's saving money or the potential of saving money.
Yeah.
But I think also something I admire about the people that I work with is that we trust each other.
Yeah.
And then there's integrity, and that you build that relationship. You take time to build that relationship. And I think Stephen Covey happens on it. I really love Covey and Ken Blanchard, and there's some really just great people out there in leadership, John Maxwell. But Stephen Covey talks about, with people, slow is fast and fast is slow. And I think where I add value, in addition to being, a numbers person, but where you add value is taking the time to develop the relationships.
Yeah.
So that when you need to get a job done, when you need to move forward, that you've already built that foundation.
Thank you for the
You can work
opportunity
well
to
together.
share.
It's people like to talk about themselves. I'm no exception.